Okay, so let's now think on what things we should build in our detail page. So the main page is almost done except the category part. The categories part we will take after few days. So let's see what things are there pending on the detail page. Okay, we need to then okay, so this is our detail page, and now when someone will click new post, I have option to add the new post here, or I can open the new page. Okay, same thing with the new task. Okay, so wherever it is, if it's a new page or if it's the same page, my component will remain same. So let's build a component for the create post and the create task. We have the post and this is the create post. So let's call this create post. So we have the post. Okay, so this is a post heading kind of thing, and I will put it here, the create post for now. Import create post from post, and inside post I will say create post. I will get this detail. I will pass that detail to the detail page also, so that I should know what campaign I am using, or in which campaign I am trying to post. And in the detail page, I will get the detail which I will pass to create post. Okay, so in create post, 1 second. Okay, so I will get the detail here also. Let's try to see whether I'm getting detail or not, because when I create the post, I want to tie it to that campaign, so I need that campaign detail here. Okay, so let's go and see. Okay, so I will check. So detail is this one. Let's see. One second. Okay. Okay, let's see. The create detail. Post detail is coming. Yeah, so I'm getting the details so that I can now post the new post. Not working. Okay, I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, so the create part is similar to similar to what we created in the campaign. So all the create are almost similar. We will copy the code from there and I will use that code. So right now I'm in the details, and so we will be able to we will be able to do that here. So let's go and see what is the create one is this. I will just copy the code from here. So let's have alert, input box, button, parse. Let's have a few import statement. Then we can have schema will be same because we have the title and description for the post. Let's get these two also. I'm just copying from my create campaign one, and then I will edit whatever I want to edit. So right now I'm not dealing with the edit part. If I want to deal with the edit part, I will be trying to get this param. So let's only get this few things. Okay, so let's see what more things we can get. The submit part I will do it in a bit. Okay, if user is not logged in, I will ask him to log in. Okay, so let's start this part. Let's delete this campaign part. I'm just deleting this style sheet. I'll add it later when I feel so. Okay, ID is not there, so we don't want to pass the disabled. Title of the post. Put the name. Put the title. Here description, this handle, value, error, alpha text is same. I don't need this grid. Okay, enabled and disabled. So right now I'll not take care of enabled and disabled. Let's create a function handle submit. Okay, we get the handle submit. Let's remove the status right now. Okay, we will take care of it later if we want. Right now I don't want to take care of it. So this is the pretty much create post. Okay, so I don't need radio button. Validate I will be using, so right now I'm keeping it. Schema I will be using it. So before I go further, you need to copy this file I will give you that file. First, let's see what is how it, input box is not it. So that means when we copied from there, we didn't take care of this properly. So I'll just, because this is one level inside, so I just add one dot more. Okay, still not working. So we'll go one level up, two level up, three level up, four level up. Yeah, this looks correct. Why it's not working? Okay, let's double check it. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to add 5. Okay, so to the new post. Maybe this post will be visible when you click this new post. Right now I'm making it visible now also, but as soon as user will click new post, this will be visible and user will put something, and when user will save, this will go away, hide away, and all the posts will be visible here. So that is what the plan is. Okay, so before we go further, you need to copy this one. I'm giving you it in the Telegram chat. Just create it in 1 minute, create post and write down this code, and we'll go from here. So now we will we will write the functionality of the save once you are done with this one. So once we write the create post, we have this detail page, which we'll call the detail header and detail page. Make sure you add this props for the detail page. And once I go into the detail page, I will see that I have grid. And in the first grid, we have the post, and we need to add another create post here. Okay, so we need to call here. And I will hide this and show this when the button is clicked. That part we will do later, but right now we'll just show it here. Similarly, we will call the create task here. Though we have not written it, but we will write it down soon. Okay, so let's if you have put this one create post, then let's go now. If you're not done, you can do it simultaneously. Okay, so now we have to think a little bit regarding this post. Let's have some brainstorming on the post. I have a user, he creates the campaign. So in campaign, I make that user name as the user who is creating it. Then that user or any other user create the post. He may add the comments. He may create the tasks. So he can do multiple things. What things he can do? He can do campaign, post, comment, task. He can like particular post. Okay, post like, for example, right? He can like the comments. Maybe I'll say comments like. He can flag any campaign. Okay, so he can share you can share. Okay, share is not there. Share is in Facebook because you share something on your wall. Okay, here is something that maybe we can use the share because we are not putting in our wall, we are putting in the campaign. Maybe he can share one post from one campaign to another campaign. Okay, but right now I don't have it in the scope, but I have to think whether that is the right or no. He can flag campaign. He can do multiple things right now. Just uh, okay. So I will create one users table also. We have user table, but I don't want to put all the data uh, in that table. This is especially data for the campaign. So I will say C1 user data, for example. Okay, so here I will put the user ID or user who is the logged in user, and then I will create different fields which I mentioned it here. So for example, what campaign he is creating, I will put it in this one. What post he is doing it, I will also put it in the post also, and I will put it in the user data also, because let's say user want to see all his post or all his campaign or all his task or all his comments. So we should know what this user has done overall on our site. So this part just I told you, you keep in mind, we will use this soon when we build more things. Okay, now we are writing the post. So the table name will be C posts. Let's think what fields we can put. One will be the title, which we already did, description. Okay. Next thing will be every post which user will do, it will be automatically approved and it will be visible on the page. So we don't need any third-party approval to approve his post. But if we put some bad things kind of thing, if we put something which is not which is not appropriate, so other users can flag it. So if someone has flagged it, then it will not be visible on the page. Okay, so for inappropriate content, it will be immediately deleted from the page, even if it is not, even if it is appropriate. Even if it is appropriate, then also if someone says it is flagged, then it will be immediately disabled from the page. Then admin of the campaign or admin of the website has option to unflag it. Okay, so then what admin of the campaign or admin of the website can unflag it. Okay, so we can say, so once the flag is set 1 or 0, then it will be not visible to the user. Then admin or admin of the website will check whether this is good or bad, and if it is good, they will unflag it. That means if user has made this 1, admin can make it 0. That means no flag. When admin will make 0, he can put his comments, flag admin comments. Why he is unflagging it? Okay, so why he is unflagging it? Okay, so when someone will flag also, he has to give the reason why he is flagging it, whether what is the bad in about this post. So he can say flag comment. This will be inserted by the user who is flagging it, why this post is bad. Okay, he has to say his comment, so admin will read, and if he is not satisfied, he will unflag it and he will put his comments kind of thing. We should also put the user who is logged in, who created the post. We will also put the campaign. So the detail which we are getting is of the campaign. So we have the one field called campaign, for which campaign this post is. Okay, that's what we will put the campaign here. Okay. Next is deleted. If someone wants to delete it, we will say deleted equal to 0 or 1 depending, because we don't want to delete it permanently. We don't want to delete it permanently. We want to delete it soft delete. Okay, so maybe in future, after 1 year, we will delete all the posts which are deleted, but at least we want to keep for some time the deleted post also. Maybe we can write separate code or delete all deleted part, and the admin can run that whenever he wants. Okay, so the deleted part will not be visible to the user, but we will make a special page where admin can see the deleted records. Or it is already in the database, we can see there also. Okay, so what things more we want to add? So each post may have lot of comments. Okay, so what comments are tied to this post? I will create a comments column, and this will be the relation. We did relation in few of the tables. If you don't remember, I'll show you one or two tables where we did relation. So this is the pointer. Pointer will be one-to-one relation. Yeah, see, this is the relation for the users. Okay, we did this relation, right? Because this is something I told you, the one who will join this campaign will be added in the users relation, and we will update the users count also. That is what the relation is. Relation means we are putting in another table, and we are just linking that table to this column. And there can be, this column is one, but when I click this, all the records will be visible here. That is called the relation. So whatever comments will be created for this post, I will update here also that these are the comments created for this post. So there will be relation column. And I will also, because I don't want to query that relation again and again to see the number of counts, so I will just add comments count. So whenever someone add the comment, I will update here to 1 or +1 or +2, whatever it is. 2 comments are there, so I'll say 2. Whatever it is, we will say like that. So this is about the comment. In the campaign also, in the campaign table, once we create the post, in the campaign table also, see, we have the post count in the campaign table. So in the campaign table, we will add one more field. In the campaign table, I will add one more field, that is posts, and it will be relation to this table, C1 post. And I will also create another column in the campaign, tasks, relation to C1 tasks. This table I have not created, but I will create it soon. So whenever the new post is created, I will also update the campaign, the relation of the post, that is this post, and also I will update the count, post count, so that I know how many posts are there for this campaign. Okay, now let's go back. We are doing brainstorm of this one. Okay, what things we needed. And I may change it because this is something I'm thinking now. Maybe if you give some suggestion, I will add that suggestion or do that also. Okay, so this is still not, I have not predefined it. I'm just thinking now as I speak what things can be used here. That's what I'm thinking and I'm telling you. Okay, so we have a flag field, flag comment, flag, and if user don't want, the owner of this post, if he don't want, okay, one second. Anyone want to say something? Okay, so I may add status also. I'm thinking, is it needed or no, or I will not add status. If user don't want it to be enabled to other users, he can delete it. And once deleted it will be gone. So status for now I'll not put, though status is there for the campaign, but I don't want to put right now the status for post. In future, if I feel, I will add that status also. Okay, so in Facebook you have the private, public kind of thing. Here it's not needed because whatever you will post, it will be visible in the campaign. Okay, so it is tied to campaign, but campaign is also public. So whatever you will post will be publicly available. And so I don't want to put that thing also. Okay, let me see what fields we can add more. Here the comments. Here the flags. I will add more fields like you like this post, or I will add fields like flag is there, like I will add in future, not now. Maybe you can also think, and I'll also think. So for now, this is fine. We can live with this one. So let's try to now insert it in the post table using this information. And who can edit this post? The owner of post can edit. Who can edit? Let me write down. Can edit this post. Owner of the post, he can edit, or owner of the campaign can delete it, but he will not be able to edit it because we don't want him to edit someone else's content. Because if you have put some content, then you don't want it to change. Tomorrow other person can edit it and say that you have written it. So maybe we will not allow it in the program because we don't have something like in this ACL for edit separate, delete separate. So we will do it in the program. So edit owner can of the post edit it. But for simplicity right now, I will allow owner of campaign also to edit it. But I will not give in the UI for this owner of campaign to edit it. Okay. And the admin of the website, that is me, because I am building this website. I will be launching this website. So admin of website can also edit or delete it. Who can edit or delete? Right now, for simplicity, I will give you access to all these three people. Read access will be to everyone. Okay, so based on this one, we need to create our fields. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it in the handle submit. So we have the handle submit. We have to take care of this handle submit. Let's go here and see, copy a few things from here. So since we need to put handle submit in the async, so I will be putting async. Since we have async, so we need to use try catch. Okay, set error equal to null. So here I am setting the error as different field. Here also it's different. Okay, so that's fine. Initially, first will be the set error equal to null. Initially, I will make error equal to null so that if person tries to submit again, initially it will be error null. Then I will validate it using this, and I call set errors, and it will say please fill the field. I will copy most of the things from there. Let's put the catch condition also here. Okay, let's put it in the catch condition, this one. Most of things will be copied. Okay, what else now? So everything is created now. We are not handling the edit. So we don't need this part. We need this part. So I will create a post with the name of C1 post. Sorry. So I will create a C1 post. Edit is not there, so this else condition are not needed. We need this condition. Description. Status I am not putting it now, but I will be using the delete. So let's copy it and use it for delete. Deleted will be 0. Okay, what else? Flag, initially flag will be 0. That means it is not flagged. If someone will click flag, then we will flag this post. So this initially the flag will be 0. Okay, what are the other fields we want to see? User, let's put the user. User will be this one. Okay, here approved is not needed because any post which is created, it will be automatically approved. Okay. So in this we have the users count, but here we will be using the comments count. How many comments we have? So initially it will be 0. So I'll make 0 because no comment is there because this post is newly created. So I need to create comment count and I need to also create the comments as a relation. So unless I don't create the comment, the relation will not be created right now. Otherwise, I have to create manually there. So let me create that manually. Okay, so let's complete this and I will create it manually. Or while creating the comment, it will be automatically created. So we will wait for that also. I will not do now. Okay, while creating the comments, we will add this relation. Right now, I'm not putting any relation here. Flag is done. Let's put the flag comment. I'll copy this. Flag comment. So initially, flag comment will be null. If someone will flag it, then we will update this comment. Next will be flag admin comments. So if admin is coming, he will put his comments why he wants to unflag it or whatever he wants to do. So I may also, since this is the beginning, we are just brainstorming. I have not thought of what to be done kind of thing. Maybe when someone will flag it, I will not allow the admin of campaign to unflag it. Only the admin of the website can unflag it. Maybe that is me. So that part also I am in thinking what would be the right way. I don't know exact one, but right now I will give rights to me only. If someone flagged it, I can only unflag it. No one else can unflag it. Because, many people don't have brain. They will just flag it without reason. And once it is unflagged by the admin, then next time no one can flag it. Okay. So for that I need some flag also here. Unflagged by admin. So if this field is true, initially it is 0. If this field is true, then nobody will be able to flag it. Why? Because admin has already unflagged it. So we don't want to flag it again. I don't want to see this comment post again if I have flagged it. I will not allow edit. Maybe I will not allow edit post, only delete one, because then if I allow edit and delete, then if I unflag something, he will edit it and put some bad content. So maybe he can delete it and create a new post, so that new post can be flagged again. So let him delete it, not edit it. Though in Facebook we can edit it, because in Facebook they have the mechanism of checking the bad things automatic. So I don't have right now that thing that all video should be tracked or checked it, or all the content should be checked before we flag or unflag it. So I will only allow delete part, and then he can create new one again. I can give the option to create the new one automatically, so he don't have to fill the details. Just he can clone it, he can copy it, and he can do it immediately. Okay, so let's create these fields also. You have the flag comment, flag admin comment, flag comment, flag. Here the flag. Let's put all flag together. Unflagged by admin as 0. Initially it will be 0. Okay. Deleted is the campaign. We need to add the campaign also. So like we have the users, we will add the campaign. Which campaign this is tied to? Because tomorrow if I delete the campaign, I will delete all the posts related to that campaign. So campaign will come from in the form of this detail. So campaign is nothing but the detail. Okay. Now tell me one thing. Once I create the post, I want to insert that post in the campaign relation. Whether I will be able to add the relation in the campaign, yes or no. The campaign owner is different, post owner is different. Now I will create the post. But once I create the post, I want to update the post count in the campaign. And also I want to update the relation. That is, I want to add this post in this post relation. So while creating this post, whether I will be able to do those changes in the campaign table, yes or no. Sonu Singh is saying yes. Kate is saying yes. Okay, let's see other answers. Okay, so the campaign owner is different, post owner is different. So if you see the ACL of this campaign, I have not given public to write on this campaign table. So if I create this post and try to create the relation in this campaign, it will fail, because we cannot edit any of the things in the campaign one. Though we can create the post in a post table, but to create the relation, it should be the owner of the campaign or the admin of the website, because while creating the campaign, we have given the permission only to those. But then also I will put the code and see if it's breaking or not. And if it is breaking, what error we are getting. And if it is not breaking, then what's happening. Okay, let's do that also and see what is happening. And then we will see what to do. Okay, so let's write down that part. So I will use this relation. So for this relation, I need, see, this is a post which is tied to campaign. So if I want to create this relation, I need this post for the campaign, not the post. Okay, let's try to finish the ACL first. ACL will be public access to read, fine. Write access to the current user who is who is the owner of the post. That is true. That is correct. Okay, then I need one more permission. Role administrator to true. Okay, let's put ACL dot set role write access to administrator. So write access is to the user who is posting it, or the write access to the user who is the admin. And also I will give you the role access to the user campaign owner. So to give the role access to campaign owner, we will say set role access to the role name. Role name is nothing but the campaign. If you remember, we have created the role name as this one. This is the one which we used. So we will put the name here, and instead of post.id, I will say detail.id, because campaign things are coming in the detail. So the owner of the campaign can edit this post, or owner of the website can do it, or the person who is creating the post, he can edit it, and everyone can read. Okay, so we put the ACL also now here. Okay. Let me complete this, and then we will see what happened when I create the relation. Okay, so this is looking good. For now, I will just say, after it is saved, I will empty the title and description. So maybe I will call handle change, or we will call the set value. After this, we'll call set values with title equal to this and description equal to empty. And then I will redirect it to some page, or I will be just here. I will hide that title and description, which I will not do now. Okay, after everything is done, I will hide it. What I will hide it? I will hide this create form. Okay, let's see what's happening now. Okay, now let's check in the database. Okay, see, one post is created. Comments count is 0, 1 flag 0. This is the permission. This is the pointer who created it. This is the ACL that read public to all. Owner of the post is this. Administrator has both. Role of campaign. The campaign who created campaign is read write both. Updated campaign. This is the campaign which we are using. So this is the Trump campaign. I can go it from here also. This title, deleted, created, and description. Now we will see if I try to add the relation in the campaign table, will it work or not? So since I want to use the campaign table, I will be using this, but I will change the name of the post because we have already this post. Let's create new campaign. And this will be small campaign, capital campaign, small campaign. And this campaign I will say campaign.id equal to detail.id, because campaign is coming inside the detail. So campaign.id will be detail.id. Or I don't need to do this. I don't need to do this. Why? Because I am getting the campaign in this detail, so I don't need to do anything. So this detail is something the campaign. So when I'm creating this relation, instead of post, I can use a detail. Because I'm getting the campaign in this detail, so I don't need to write these two lines again. So after this, so this will not work. I'm just putting and testing it, and if it works, then it's different story. So let's try to create. Let's try to see if it is working or not. So I will say detail.relation, and I will create a new relation called as posts. Then in the relation.add, I will add. So this has to be added after the save button. So I will say relation here. Relation.add. Here I will add this post. Okay. And then I will say await detail.save, because I need to save the detail also. Otherwise, this post is saved, though I added the relation of the post, but I want to save this detail, otherwise this post will not be there in detail. Let's try this code and see if it's working. Test2, test2, save. Okay, let's see in the network. Okay, since I'm the admin of this campaign, it may work fine. Okay, so if you see post reason, what is the ID post? What is the ID? Let's see. GN. Okay, GN. This is the last one. Okay, so I'm able to get it here. I realize that I'm the admin, so I will be able to edit it. The admin has the rights for all the campaign and everything. Let me delete this column and try with non-admin. Okay, let's try to log out and log in as a different user. Let's get new user for now. Post test. He is not admin. Post test at mkgalaxy.com. Password is password, and I click sign up. So I will go here. So I also have to check whether user is joined. When someone tries to post it, I also want to see if he is joined. That part I will do later once we do join part. But right now it's created. But remember, the user should be joined to this campaign. User should be logged in. Otherwise, he is not logged in or not joined. He should not be able to create the post. I don't want any other person who is not the member to post it. Okay, now we will see what's happening. This user a new one and he don't have it. Now something is failed. So for this user, though the post is created here, but he is not able to add the relation because he is not in the access list of this campaign or right list of the campaign. So how can I add the relation? I want to add this relation, but the user is not admin or not of the campaign. So how can I add it? Can anyone give me any idea? Okay, but you will be putting the post very frequently, and admin is sleeping because he lives in different country. So he cannot wait. I don't want him to wait. I want people to post immediately, but I want relation part also. Okay, Shweta at least tried. Any other answer? No one? No one can answer it. But I want to achieve it. I want to achieve this thing, irrespective of anything. What will happen if you take contain? How will you add this? Okay, so let's try to do this one in a different way, because since we cannot add it here because we don't have permission, but we can write things in the cloud, and cloud uses this cloud. We have written already this code in the cloud. No, if it contains, it will approve automatically, but it's admin, user will not be able to post. Okay, so the thing is that in the cloud, we have written one code in the cloud IP, and here if you see we are using master key. If you use master key, you can do any transaction. So we will put this code. We'll put this code in the cloud. Okay, and we will be able to create that in the cloud. So let's create one cloud code. So let me create a new file, campaign. So all the campaign related code will go in this file, and I will call this campaign code in the main. So all the campaign related code will go inside this campaign. Let me copy this template of definition, and then I will edit it. Okay, so here I will name this as post relation. That means create the post relation. You can name anything. This is something I got it now. Okay, so now here I have to write the code. Let me delete all this code. Okay, let's keep this one. Let's keep this one. Let's keep this one, and then we will try to edit it. Now first thing is what we need in this campaign, this code. First thing we need where is the create post? First thing is we need the detail ID, because I want to know the campaign which I am trying to edit it. Then I need also the post ID. I want to know which post I am trying to save in this relation. Okay, so we need two things. So here I will say campaign ID which I need, anything, it will be anything, whatever user will pass, and also user will pass post ID. Okay, so I am expecting campaign ID and post ID, then I will be able to create the relation. So let's create these two lines, which we have already for the IP. Let's create for this post. And what I will write, if I want to say post.id, what should I write equal to? I want to get this post ID. So what should I write here? How will I get this post ID here? Does anyone know how can I get this post ID here? Post ID is passed here and campaign ID is also passed here. I want to access this post ID here, that I can assign that post ID to this post. Okay, so let me see if someone has written. Okay, no one has written. Okay, because you have not done. Okay, no, post.get is, post is here. This is coming from the front end. So we cannot say post.get. Post is created, this post is created after we get this one. So I cannot use post.get ID. Whatever ID is coming from the front end, I will pass that ID. From here, I will pass that post ID to the backend, to this cloud function. So I will pass these two things, and let's say this is not there, this code is not here. So post is not there. How will you get campaign ID and post ID? You will not write post.get, because post is written afterwards. First we have to get this post ID. So get this post ID I have to use. Let's say I'm putting it in the one variable, post ID is equal to. So get that post ID, we will use request dot params dot post ID. It will come as a params. Same thing with the campaign ID. It will go as a request dot params dot campaign ID. So we are getting these two in the from the front end. So it has to be accessed using this way. And then I will create my this post. Now what I will write here, I will write campaign ID or post ID here. This post ID should be equal to this post ID or campaign ID. Post ID, because we are using, so no thing, you're writing both the things. Okay, post ID is the right one. And I will also create the same kind of pattern for the campaign. So I'll create this for campaign. Here I will say, I will name it as campaign. And here I'll say campaign. And campaign is equal to new campaign. Now what will I write here? Campaign.id is equal to this campaign ID. So now we have the post. This post is nothing but this complete post with all the values. Though it looks like I put post.id, but it will get all the things in the backend. And for this campaign, it will take all the details of this campaign, whatever ID I have passed it. So now I have a post ID, now I have the campaign ID. Forget about this part now. Forget about this part now. Now tell me, you have these two lines of the code. Okay, you have these two lines, two paragraphs of the code. I want to create this relation. How will I write it? So I will give you this part, or you can look here, and based on the variable post and campaign, you have to build this kind of information. So I will copy it here and I will put it here. So we need to build this relation, but these variables are from here, so which is different. So can you write down what should be the variable here? What should I put here? Instead of detail, what should I put? Because that variables were from the previous page, and here we have the name change. So instead of detail.relation, that means we want to create a post field in the campaign table. So what should I write out here? Detail is not here, okay? So we need to change it based on the variables created here. So here what should be the variable I put? Campaign. Shweta is right, campaign, because the detail was nothing but the campaign in the post. So we need to use campaign dot relation, and we create a field name. This is a field name which will be created for the campaign if it is not there. If it is there, then it will use that one. Then I will put relation dot add, and in the add we have the post. What should I write instead of post? Whether post is right or I should write the campaign? Post is right because we want to add post into this campaign. So post is right. What should I replace this detail with? Post or campaign? Okay, campaign. Campaign is right. But will this work? Will this part work or it will give error? Okay, so the answer is it will give error because the same error which we were getting in the front end, because we have not passed the master key. So that's why this will fail. So we need to pass like this information. Anything which you save here where we don't have permission, in the cloud only you can write it, and you can write it using this field like this. Then it will work. And then what do we want to send back to user? Maybe I can send return. I can return an object. Maybe I can say success 1, and I will say I will say success 1. And when someone has get error, I will just return success 0. So if we get success 0, that means some error has happened and we were not able to achieve whatever we want. This is the line of code for that one. So now when we want to call this one, I will use this part to call it. So let's take this one and call it here. So we'll say await. Post the campaign ID will be nothing but the detail.id. So campaign ID will be detail.id. and post ID will be nothing but this post ID. So I'll say post.id. So once we save the post, we will call this cloud function, which will take the campaign, take the post, and create a field in the campaign and put a relation of post into that campaign. Let's see if this is working now. 1 second, let me check. Okay, let's take now again. So first post is created using this one. It is created successfully. Then we call the post relation. Here also I got success. You have seen that success means everything gone correct. Everything was correct. If we do this all steps and if we get success equal to 1, that means everything gets cleared. Now we'll check in the database if it is fine. I'll refresh the campaign table. So here for this campaign, I will see a post relation is created. If I click it, see this DFD is created. This DFD has the campaign of this one, and all information is there, whatever we need for that post. And it worked, right? So just create this campaign.js inside the cloud folder, and I will give you this content in the Telegram chat. So you can copy it and try to go through these steps after the class, what I have written it here. Because if you see this one time, you will forget. Go through each line and see what I am trying to do. And if you don't understand, you can ask me tomorrow. So we will be doing this lot of things because whenever a new comment will be added, we have to add in the post table also. Okay, so this will be happening a lot of time, and if someone user likes it, we will also add it in some table in some relation. Okay, so now we are done with the post one, right? Let me see how the post looks. I will refresh it. I will add some post that is good or something, anything. I just paste it here. I will save it. It got empty, though it is not hiding because we have not written any code to hide this part. Okay. So when someone will click new post, I will hide this. I will show this part. When someone will save it, I will hide this. So now you tell me, how will I achieve this part? When someone click new post, I want to show this, and when someone will save it, I want to hide it. How will I do that? I will not do today, but I want the idea how we will achieve it. Can anyone give me the idea? Now I have two posts here in this one, and if I go to post table, we have a lot of posts, but only two are tied to that one. Though everything is created under same campaign, but the code was done manipulated later, so we have only two posts there. Tell me, how will I hide this or show it? So we have to hide the form, save, and show the form when user clicks the new post. Or we can say toggle the form. Means if I click new post, it will open it, and if I click again, it will close it. Because sometimes I don't want new post, I will click it again. Or I can give the cancel button to hide it also. Because sometimes I don't want to save this, but I want to hide this part. So I may give the cancel button also. So show the form, hide the form when someone click save or cancel. Cancel button, I will create it. Any idea? Fast. We're done after this. No, post.id exists is not there. So you need to create a variable in reducer, and you have to update that variable when someone will click new post or when someone will click save. And then show the form based on true or false value in Redux. Okay, so this is the idea. I will post this in the Telegram chat because you have to do this without, I will not do this first. You have to show me how to do that. Maybe you do some half an hour, 1 hour work after the class. Yeah, you have to call on click, but what you will call on click? You have to write some code, and that code should lie in the Redux. So if you go to when this is the page called as create post or detail. Let's go details header. Let's go detail header. Okay, we have something in the post. So in the post, we have the on click event of the new post. When someone will click on post, we need to write some action so that it will update update some variable. So here you have to create a variable, show post or display post or post visible. Something initially it will be false. When someone will click this new post, you have to make this as true. And when we go to this create post, we have to check that variable in the reducer and we have to display it. Maybe we can go in details page here. Here we will see if that variable is true, I will show this. Otherwise, I will hide this. Or you can go directly in the create post. Here, if that variable is false, just return null. I will just writing if whatever variable you have in Redux, if not that variable is false, you can return null. Here it is best place to put it because this will be isolated to this page only. So here you have to do it. And how you have to do it? Using the new method of Redux, because don't use connect in this page. From now onwards, whatever you do, you have to use the selector and the dispatch. Don't use the connect now because we have practiced a lot about the connect. We have to practice for 1 month on this selector and dispatch. Though both are same, but use the selector and dispatch. Where we have used that selector and dispatch? Here. In the detail page, we use selector, dispatch, shallow equal. Use these 3 functions to achieve your result. Show me this day after tomorrow. And if you don't understand, ask me the concept. Maybe whatever I explain you now, if you don't understand, you can ask that thing. But don't ask the code. Code you have to write it. Even if it is wrong, it's okay, but you have to try it. If you don't try now these small things, then how will you do the big project? So let's try these small things. Okay, this is the very basic. You have to save in the reducer. You have to call the reducer when someone will click new post. And hide it when someone will click save. Any questions? Okay, that's it for today. If you have any